Welcome to Soul Sessions with Benjamin the Great, where we have honest conversations that feed the soul, strengthen the heart, and inspire us to live with purpose. Now, before we begin, and I will start my show every week like this, I want to take a moment to give all honor and glory to God. I thank Him for blessing me with this platform and this opportunity to connect with each and every one of y'all. I'm grateful for His grace, His guidance, and for every listener who's chosen to spend this time with me today. My prayer is that every conversation we have encourages your heart, strengthens your spirit, and reminds you that you're never walking this journey alone. No matter where you are today, thank you for making this podcast part of your journey. My hope is that every episode leaves you with something to think about, something to hold on to, and something that helps you grow, y'all. So let's get into today's inspirational quote. Sometimes the greatest act of courage isn't holding on, it's having the strength to let go. And that is what we will be talking about today, y'all. The power of letting go. So let's get it started, y'all. Welcome to Soul Sessions with Benjamin the Great. And let's get it started. Our first topic, why we hold on. I'm going to talk about the fear of change first. You know, why we hold on and, not let things go that we need to let go, and we hold on to them is because we're used to it. We're used to the way things have been. We're used to the way things have been running. We're used to our old ways and we don't want to change. So we have a fear of change. I don't know how this new way of me acting is going to work out, you know? I don't know about making new friends or surrounding myself with new people, you know? The fear of change. Everybody sometimes can be afraid of change. Change is a scary thing because you don't know what comes with change. You're never really sure. It could be good or it could be bad, you know? So that's why we have the fear of change. But you have to let that fear go. You can't let fear hold you back in life, y'all. You cannot, because if you let fear hold you back, it will keep you in the same place that you are, and you will be in that same place 10 years from now and realize that you've done nothing. You wasted 10 years because you're still in that same place, same mindset, same old habits that are keeping you back and setting you back. You are in your own way. Get out of your own way, y'all, and let change happen. All right. This next one, comfort and familiarity. I just talked about that. We get comfortable in things that we are familiar with. We get comfortable eating the same food every single day and every single week. We get comfortable going to the same grocery store. We get comfortable going to the same church. We get comfortable going to the same old club that you go to every single day, every Friday night with your friends and all that kind of stuff. You get comfortable. You start to get a routine that you are comfortable with and don't want to change anything because you're afraid of change. We don't like change, you know? But sometimes, y'all, you have to stop doing what's familiar to you and do something that scares you, because when you do something that scares you, then you will grow even more. You will evolve. Every time you do something that scares you, y'all, you grow and evolve and become a better person, you know? Next is unfinished emotions. Maybe we have emotions tied to our regular routine or things that we're familiar with, but it's okay to, let it go and cherish it. It doesn't mean you have to forget it completely, but if it's holding you back, y'all, like I said, you have to let certain things go no matter how you feel about them. All right? It's okay to cherish. Still have the memories, still have the pictures, still have the whatever. It's okay to cherish it and think back on it, the nostalgia of it all, but you have to learn to let go sometimes. And it's okay. It's okay. We all learn it at one point in time or another. And if you don't, then I feel bad for you. I feel bad that you're in the same place that you were 20 years ago. If you're not growing as a person over the years, then you're doing life completely wrong. This next one, the difference between remembering and living in the past. Like I said, it's okay to cherish and feel nostalgic about things, but don't stay there too long. All right. You have to continue getting up every single day. You have to continue taking on what life hands you. You have to continue going on, moving forward. You can't stay stuck in the past because what's the use? What is the use of staying stuck in the past? You can't change anything about the past. You can't. I wish there was a time machine that we can go back and do certain things over, but certain things happen for a reason. Things happen in your life for a reason. They either are there, like people. People are sent in your life for a reason, either a lesson or a blessing, y'all. All right. Some people you have to learn lessons from to never, deal with whatever. What am I trying to say? People come into your life as a lesson so that you don't have to deal with that again when you come into contact with somebody else. So you know what it looks like, you know what it feels like, and you know how to prevent it from happening again. That's the lesson. And a blessing. Some people come into your life for a blessing, you know, to take you to the next level, to inspire you, to encourage you, to love you, to support you, you know. Somebody like, let's say relationship wise, people come into your life as a blessing. They help you grow in life. You guys grow together, you guys support each other, they love you, they feel like home to you. That's a blessing. People come to your life as a lesson or a blessing. You have to recognize which one, which one. You have to recognize which one it is. And some people don't know how to let a person who only came into your life for a lesson, you have to let them go. If you have not learned the lesson, then you will continue that pattern with other people. You will attract that same thing to you until you finally learn the lesson. All right? So remember that, y'all. And I got some reflection questions for y'all about this part of the show. Why am I holding on? What am I holding on to that no longer serves me? What are you holding on to, y'all, that no longer serves you? Who is someone that you're holding on to that no longer serves you? What habits are you holding on to that no longer serves you? You have to figure that out. And when you figure that out, handle it accordingly and move on and continue to grow and evolve. This next one is my past helping me grow or preventing me from moving forward. Like I said, some people stay stuck on the past. You're 30 years old and you're still stuck on the past and you can't go anywhere in life because of what what someone did or said to you. Whether it's a parent, a family member, a friend, whoever, you're still stuck on what they did to you, what they didn't do for you, and you can't grow in life. You can't go anywhere in life because you're still stuck on that. That is not the right way right way to live. And I know some people like that. They are still stuck on childhood trauma, and they did not get help for it, so it comes up in their adult life, and they are stuck in that childlike state. They can't get over that hurt. They have not gotten help. They don't think they need help, so everything around them is destruction. You know, they're in and out of jail. They're in and out of trouble. They're in and out of fights. Their anger is terrible. It's just, it's really sad, you know? And some of these people think they are perfectly fine. They think that, oh, I'm fine. I don't need no help. I'm good. But you're not in a good place in life. You don't have your own place. You don't have your own car. You don't have a career that you're going after right now. You're just living life, still stuck in the past. There's a lot of grown people out there. There's a lot of unhealed grown people out here who are still stuck in the past, and their past is holding them hostage, and they can't grow in life. And you try to tell them, and they're so in denial. They're so stubborn, and sometimes you have to learn to let go, y'all. Okay, you can only tell somebody so many times that they need to get help in order to move on. You know, You can only tell them so many times. At a certain point, you have to learn when to let go and focus on you. Put all the energy that you focus on them back into you. All right, because hopefully they get it. You still love them. If they're a family member, you still love them. If they're a friend, you still love them, but you wish them the best. But if they're not going to figure out for themselves, or they don't want to change for themselves, or they don't want to get better for themselves, then leave them where they are. You did your part, and I put all their energy back into you and focus on you, and just continue to pray for them and hope that they figure it out one day. Hopefully, an epiphany happens for them one day, before they leave this earth. So the takeaway from this part of the segment, y'all, you can't fully embrace tomorrow while carrying yesterday on your shoulders. That's absolutely true. You cannot accept what God has for you if you are still holding on to the past. There's someone that you should be letting go. The God is trying to. God keeps telling you to let this person go. They keep showing you this person. They keep showing you who this person. God keeps showing you who this person is, and you continue to hold on to them because you love them. All right. But love shouldn't hurt. Love should not hurt. I don't care what nobody says. That saying love hurts. No, 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 no. Love should not hurt. Love is not supposed to hurt. I don't care what nobody says. Love is not supposed to hurt. So if you're with someone and their love hurts you, if they're being physically abusive to you, if they're being emotionally abusive to you, let them go. That is not the only person on this earth. There are many more amazing people who will treat you right, show you the love that you deserve, show you the support that you deserve, and you don't have to deal with that. You really don't. So let go, y'all. Learn to let go and stop holding on to yesterday. All right, let's get to the next segment, y'all. This segment is forgiveness is freedom. Absolutely. First up, forgiving others. It is very important and imperative that you forgive people, y'all. Not for them, but for you. All right? Because, like I said in the last episode, not forgiving somebody and holding a grudge towards them is like you eating the poison, waiting on them to die. They are out there living their life, and you are still holding on to this grudge. And that's also holding you back. Grudges can hold you back. You have to forgive and move on. I'm not saying you have to forget, but just don't carry that with you every single day. Forgive them and move on. That's it. You don't have to deal with them again. You don't have to accept them back into your life. And they don't even have to know that you forgave them. Forgive them for yourself, for your peace of mind, for your mental, and for your life. All right? Because not forgiving someone, you will never be able to enjoy the things that are around you because you still have that hate in your heart, that anger in your heart for somebody and what they did to you or said to you. All right? So forgive them and let that go. Let all that weight and stress and worry go, y'all. Don't carry that on. It's too much. It's too much. All right. Next one, forgiving yourself. Sometimes we have to learn to forgive ourselves. We're so hard on ourselves. We talk down on ourselves. We can be our worst critics to ourselves, y'all. Forgive yourself if you make a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes, but be able to learn from those mistakes and move on. Don't harbor on it. All right. Be able to forgive yourself because you are with you every single day for the rest of your life. So why not choose to forgive yourself, give yourself grace, give yourself love, and watch how you shine and grow in this life, y'all. Watch how you become an amazing person just because you forgave yourself for what you did. If God can forgive you, why can't you forgive you? God forgives all of us for our sins, our wrongdoings, if you take it to Him. Take it to Him, ask for forgiveness, and your slate is, your sin cup, as they said on the Bernie Mac show, your sin cup is empty. All right. You have a clean slate when you take all your sins to God and ask for forgiveness. All right. But some people, they carry on to their sin. They don't ask for forgiveness and they let it eat them up and they continue to move in sin. They continue to get deeper and deeper and deeper in that sin. So forgive yourself, y'all, and ask God for forgiveness as well. The next one, releasing resentment. Like I said, releasing resentment, y'all. You have to release all that anger and hostility towards somebody. Release that resentment towards somebody. All right? Who wants to live their life waking up every single day reliving what someone said or did to you? Who wants to do that? That's a lot of energy. All that energy that you put into holding a grudge and resentment and anger towards somebody, you could be putting that towards positivity, manifestation, prayer, talking to God and going after your dreams and your gifts. All right. The thing that you were put on this earth for, the thing that you, God put a gift in every last one of us, y'all. All right. I want y'all to remember that. He put a gift in every last one of us. So you have to recognize what that gift is and go after it. All right. Simple as that. Simple as that. But you'll never be able to fully go after your dreams and your goals and your gift if you are putting all your energy into hate and resentment and grudges. And this next one, why forgiveness is about your peace, not someone else's permission. Like I said, forgiveness is for you and your peace of mind, not for that other person. It's not for the other person at all. It's for you. 'Cause like I said, they're out there living their life. They probably not even worrying about you. They probably don't even think twice about you. They did what they did to you and probably don't even give a damn. But you do because it was done towards you. So forgive them. You don't have to deal with them. Forgive them and move on, y'all. I cannot stress that enough. So I'm going to ask y'all this question. What would your life feel like if you no longer carried that burden? Like I said, it's like you got weight on your shoulders and you're trying to fly, but all that weight is holding you down. You cannot fly. You cannot soar with weight on you, y'all. All right? If you let all that anger and resentment go, you will be flying all the way up in the sky. You will soar so high like the eagles in the sky, y'all. If you let all that anger and resentment go, all that baggage, let it go and watch how God works in your life. Just watch. All right. So, this next segment, y'all, is when closed doors become new opportunities. So, this first topic, losing a job. We've all have been there when we lost a job. You know, I've been there, lost my job for absolutely no reason. I got time to, yeah, I got time to tell the story. You know, lost my job because no. Let me start from the beginning. Somebody that I was friends with at Vanderbilt University, she was dealing with this guy. This guy was in love with her. He was infatuated with her. He would give her money. He would buy her lunch and all that kind of stuff, right? And she would explain to him, "Hey, dude, I don't see you like that. Like we can just be friends." And she would turn down this guy's offer to give her money, and he just wouldn't have it. You know, he would force the money on her. He would. So that went on for months and some months, and then uh I guess they had a blowout one day. They had a disagreement about something and had an argument and all that kind of stuff, and um they stopped talking for a while. That went on for some months. Them not talking, they went no contact, and then things just got awkward and messy at work and unprofessional and all that kind of stuff. And supervisors were called on because an argument happened and this and that and that and this, and then um yeah, so they weren't talking for a little bit, and then all of a sudden I get an email and she gets an email saying, "Oh, you guys are being investigated because a coworker said that she was stealing money from him and she had she told me or wanted me to beat him up for her." I'm like, "What? None of that. What? First of all, that's not what happened. You offered the money, you forced the money onto her, and when did she ever ask me to beat you up?" So we got investigated. That investigation lasted for, oh my God, like 2 months. And then the investigation came back. She was found guilty. I have no idea why, no idea why. We still don't know why to this day. And then I was found not guilty because I didn't do a damn thing. I don't know how my name, I don't know why my name got brought up in this investigation or whatever. And then, mind you, y'all, I had like, I want to say three write ups for some bullshit. It really was bullshit. Uh, and I was told August 19th, do not get into any more trouble. This is your last, they gave me a last warning, right? They gave me a warning. My last warning. You cannot get in trouble anymore. And I did not get in trouble anymore. I came to work. I did what I was supposed to do. I stayed out of trouble. I stayed away from people. And I came and did my job, right? So I go to work one day and she texts me before, as I'm driving to work, she texts me that, oh, they fired me because I was found guilty of, you know, harassment, dating violence, or whatever they called it. But they weren't dating. That's the thing. I don't know why it was dating violence. He said a lot of lies, and this investigation went on longer than it needed to, for real. So she texted me as I'm on my way to work. Oh, I just got fired. They fired me. Mind you, she had like, I want to say, three write-ups as well, and we were both told not to get in trouble anymore. So I'm on my way to work. Texts me that she is getting fired, or she got fired. So I'm on my way to work thinking that, okay, she got fired, so she's not going to be working here anymore. Okay, that's sad. I feel bad for her. So I'm going to work. I get a text from my supervisor saying, hey, when you get here, go over to the other building because we're security guards. We always met in one building for briefing. Then we would get driven in a van over to the hospital. But across from that building where we had briefing at was the main building where all the higher ups and all that kind of stuff are. So I was told to meet the major over at the higher up building. I said, okay, what's this all about? I'm getting a little nervous because I'm like, why am I meeting the major? Like, what is this about? I guess I thought he was telling me, oh, don't be bringing this up to anybody around the workplace and all that kind of stuff. We know that you were friends with her and all that, and she got fired, but you can't talk about it. I thought that that's what the conversation was because I did not get found guilty of anything in this investigation, right? So I go in that building, I wait for about 10 minutes. My supervisor comes in, and then the major comes in, and then they hand me a sheet of paper saying that I'm terminated. I'm like, terminated for what? What did I do? You know, I was not found guilty of anything in this investigation. And I was told that the reason why we're firing you because you were told not to get in any trouble. No, they brought up my prior write-ups, my three write-ups, and said that I violated a bunch of workplace policies and all that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to figure out how because I was not found guilty of any wrongdoing in this investigation. So I was terminated. They didn't ask me any questions. Like they didn't ask me if I had any questions or if anything. They told me, we need your badge, we need your belt, we need your jacket, we need your shirt. They sent me out into the rain with huh, a white t-shirt and my work pants that I had to return the next day. I said I can't take the jacket. It's raining outside. He said, no, we're gonna need it. And just let me out there. Just let me out in the rain, all alone with no job. So I was driving back home. I was mad as hell. I called my mom, called my dad. I'm mad as hell, because I don't understand why I got fired. I was told August 19th not to get in any trouble, and I did not get in any trouble. And then this investigation comes up, and I was found not guilty. So how is that me getting in trouble? Y'all bringing up my prior write-ups, what I was told after those write-ups not to get in any trouble, and I did not. So I'm still confused to this day as to why I got terminated. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. But I blame it on that guy because I don't know why you lied on me. I had nothing to do with y'all's relationship, so-called relationship. I had nothing to do with y'all little arrangement about you giving her money and forcing money on her and offering to pay her bills and buy her a car. And mind you, y'all, he has done this to other girls. Yes, he has forced money onto other girls. He's forced himself onto other girls. And we brought that up when we were investigating. But I don't know, I guess they must have overlooked it and still found the girl I was friends with guilty. But we both got fired. He's still there. So Yeah, just a bunch of bullshit. So losing a job, I lost a job, and thankfully, thank God, sent me another job within a week. And that's the one I've been at ever since. So thank you, Lord Jesus, for working that fast because my bills were coming up. I'm like, I don't know. I was freaking out at home. I was stressed out at home. Oh my God. I didn't want to hang around family. I just wanted to be at home applying for jobs every single day. And that's what I did every single day. Apply for jobs, wouldn't hear anything back, call, not get a response, no emails, no nothing. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? My bills are coming up, my rent was coming up, my phone bill was due. I didn't know what the hell to do, y'all. But God, but God, but God, He worked it out. He got me a job, and I got caught back up on my bills. Won't He do it if you let Him? So yeah, that's my story about losing a job. This next one in this segment: when closed doors become new opportunities, ending relationships. You know, sometimes you got to end a bad relationship to get to what is good. Good, to get to a good relationship. We hold on to the little tiny bear, and little do we realize that God wants us to get rid of that tiny bear because behind his back, he has a bigger, better, more beautiful, bigger bear. You guys have seen the picture. Hopefully, you've seen the picture online of this little girl that wants to hold on. She's crying that she has to give up her little bear. The bear is so little, she's crying that she has to give it up. But little does she know, God has a bigger bear behind her that he wants to give her. And that is the same thing about relationships, y'all. All right. We want to hold on to someone who is doing us wrong, treating us wrong, not loving us the way we deserve to be loved, and we hold on to them, and God shows you all the signs as to why you should get rid of this person. We hold on to them because we love them and we don't want to have to start over again with a new person and all that kind of stuff. But little do you know that God has a better person right around the corner if you just let this person go. That's what I mean about not learning when to let go. You have to learn when to let go because when you let go, you get better. All right. God will replace anything you lost, y'all. He will return it tenfold. It will be better than what you thought you had. So learn to trust in God. Learn to trust when to let somebody go. Know when to let somebody go, and do not hold on to what is no longer serving you because you will continue to be unhappy. You will continue to be in disruption and confusion and drama and negativity, y'all. All right, so let it go. Let the person go. Let that friendship go that's no longer serving you. Let that job go. If they want to fire you, let them fire you. Don't beg. Don't plead. Your time at that job is up. God has a better job for you right around the corner. All right, so trust and believe, y'all, and put your faith in God because He has you. He got you. He'll never let you down. Just talk to Him. He wants to hear from you every single day, y'all. Just talk to Him. He will give you the desires of your heart. He will give you a life that you never even imagined if you just trust in Him. Next is missed opportunities. Sometimes we miss opportunities, and that's life as well. We don't know what certain things could be because we let fear get in the way. We let bad decisions get in the way. We let a lot of things get in the way of missed opportunities. And is it really a missed opportunity? If you miss it, then that means it wasn't for you, right? That's what I believe. If you missed it, then it wasn't for you. Because anything that's for you will not miss you. Anything that's for you will not pass you by. It's there waiting on you to get ready to receive it. Next, unexpected life changes. Life happens and life is going to change on us, y'all. Things are going to happen in our life that we have to revolve around. We have to, change up the way we see things and change up the people that we have around us. Sometimes you realize that the friends you thought were friends are not really your friend. And you have to change up your friend group. Sometimes you have to change up your surroundings. If you live in a bad neighborhood, you have to change up your surroundings. You have to change what you are willing to allow from certain neighbors and certain environments that you live in. You don't have to live in negativity and where people always arguing and someone's always getting put out or someone's always outside robbing people's, breaking into people's cars and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to be in a bad neighborhood. You really don't. You know, you don't. So, huh. So yeah, y'all. Unexpected life changes. This next one, I kind of lost my train of thought. But bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Next one, trusting that setbacks can become setups for growth. Absolutely. All right. When you get knocked 10 steps back, God will send you 20 steps forward. He will. He will, y'all. And sometimes the setback is the blessing. God will set you back in order so he can set you up for greatness to come. So don't be discouraged by a setback, y'all. If you get a setback, know that something good is coming your way. All right. If you're going through hell, why stop there? Keep going and get to the other side and get to what God has for you, has waiting on you. And then sometimes you need setbacks. Sometimes you need to be humbled. Sometimes people are, they feel they're untouchable, and God has to sit you all the way down and realize, hey, you can't do this by yourself. You need me. All right. Come to me. I'm here for you. And be humble, y'all. All right. You cannot go out here bragging and boasting and think that that's okay. No, eventually, the people that you see going up, you will see them when you come back down, and you might need them. So treat people the right way, y'all. Treat people the right way because you might need them on your way back down. And some people don't think that they will, but keep on, keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on thinking that you don't need nobody on your rise to the top. Keep on treating people bad. Keep it up because it will come back around. It will. It always does. You will see those very same people, and you will need those people on your way back down. So here's some encouragement, y'all. Sometimes the door that closes is protecting you from a room you were never meant to stay in. Boom. Isn't that a word? I'll read it one more time. Sometimes the word that closes is protecting you from a room you were never meant to stay in. Period. During COVID, y'all, a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of businesses shut down. How about this? Yes, a lot of people say, "Oh, that door closed on me," but guess what? Walk up the hall. There's more doors. All right, there's more doors of opportunity. Don't let a setback from a job firing you get you down. Walk up the hall. There's more doors, y'all. If you keep hearing a no, eventually you'll have to hear a yes. And that's all you need is that one yes. That's all you need. So keep going and don't stop. And don't settle for no. Keep going, y'all. Keep going. So let's get into the next segment. Next segment is making room for better. So we're going to discuss new friendships. Be open to change, y'all. Like I said earlier, be open to new friendships. You know, like I said earlier, if your old friends are no longer serving you and they just want to continue to do the same old routine that they're getting, been doing and ain't growing in life, ain't evolving, ain't going after their dreams, just content with working at a mediocre job that they hate and continue to tolerate every single day and have no desire or motivation to want to change and be better and wake up and do the thing that you love every single day, you have to let the people go. Get around people who are smarter than you. If you are the smartest person in your friend group, find a new friend group. Find a new friend group. You should want to be around people who are smarter than you. You should want to be around people who are in the same field that you are working towards getting to. Those are the people you want to learn from. Don't learn from people who are not in the field that you want to be in. Because what kind of advice can they give you? If they're working at Dollar Tree and you want to be, let's say, a businessman, what can someone working at Dollar Tree teach you about being a businessman? And no slack and no shade towards anybody working at Dollar Tree. But what are they going to be able to teach you about being a doctor, a lawyer, a beautician, an actor, a singer, you know? So that's why you got to take advice from people who are in your same field. Find friends who are smarter than you. They can teach you something about life. They can teach you things that you may not have known. You can learn. I like friends who I can learn from. I really do. I don't want to be the smartest person out of my friend group and having to teach all of them. I want someone who can teach me. You want someone who can teach you. All right. Next one, new dreams. Sometimes you have to have new dreams, y'all. When you achieve the thing that you've been going after, make new dreams, make new things, make new goals, make new accomplishments, make new dreams. All right, go after new things. Always be a person who's dreaming. Always be a person who wants more in life. All right. God comes to give you life and give you life abundantly. All right. God wants to give you all the things that you are wanting in life. You just have to ask Him. You have to go to Him, and you have to want Him, and you have to go after them, and have faith that you can achieve them. All right. And when you achieve things, find new things to achieve. Don't just stay stagnant. Don't settle for where you are. Always keep growing in life. Always keep learning, and always keep evolving. Simple as that, y'all. All right. And sometimes those dreams or those things that you wanted to do when you were younger is not the same thing. What you wanted to be or what you wanted to do at 15 may not be what you want to be at or do at 35. So make new dreams and make new goals, y'all, and go after those. Always want something in life. Always. Always want better for your life. Because when you have better for your life, then you set the future generations to come better as well. Next is healthy habits. Pick up new healthy habits, y'all. Put down those old nasty habits that aren't benefiting you in any way. Put down smoking, drinking, watching porn, gossiping about people, watching negative reality shows, negative TV shows, watching, you know, fights on Instagram and TikTok. Oh my God, there's so many. And if you click on one, then that's all it sends you in your algorithm. So pick up healthy habits. Get up early in the morning. Be a morning person. You know, write a list of things or say a list of things that you are grateful that God has done for you, given you in this life. Everybody should have at least 100 things or 50 things that they should be thanking God for every single day because God does so many amazing, wonderful things. Sometimes we overlook them. All right. There's so many big and small blessings that God blesses us with, like your ability to see. You have all five of your senses. That's a blessing. If you have all of your limbs, that's a blessing. If you can think, reason, that is a blessing. All right. So don't forget about the small stuff when you are thanking God, y'all. All right. Because there's so many small things that we overlook and we take for granted at that. Because there's some people around here who can't see, who can't talk, who don't have their legs and arms, but they find a way to get around. They find a way to go after what they want. There's people who have no legs in the Olympics, all right? But they went after what was burning inside them. They went after it. So if they could do it, if these people out here who have no legs and arms and not all five of their citizens can go after and have a job and go after their dreams and goals, why can't you? What is your excuse? And you got all your legs and your arms and all five of your senses, and you sitting at home complaining, and they out there doing the damn thing, and you're not. What is your excuse? So get out there, y'all. Pick up healthy habits and live your life the way you're supposed to be living your life. Next, positive routines. Get into a positive routine, y'all. Stop revolving around those negative routines. Sometimes you have to stop sleeping late. I am a nighttime person, y'all. I really am. And I just love the nighttime, you know? But I realized that I have to start being a morning person, because when you are a morning person, you get more things done during the day. You get more time to work out. You got more time to run some errands that you may not have time for after work if you work the afternoon shift and you sleep all morning and then you get up an hour before you have to go to work and get ready and then head on to work. Then after work at around 10, 11 o'clock, there's nothing open. The stores aren't open. So sometimes you have to pick up new healthy routines. Go to bed early. Get up early in the morning. Take care of all your errands before work and go to work and eat breakfast and work out. Go for a walk. You know, healthy routines, y'all. Positive routines, healthy habits. Pray every single day. Everybody should be praying and talking to God every single day. You know, thanking God, finding things that you're grateful for. He is so good. He gives us so much grace and mercy. He gives us so much grace and mercy, y'all. And sometimes we take that for granted. You don't have to wake up every single day. God doesn't have to wake you up every single day. He really doesn't. So be grateful that you woke up because some people didn't wake up. Some people are on the other side of the dirt. So be grateful that you are on this side of the dirt. You still have an opportunity to get your life right. You still have so many amazing, wonderful things happening for you in life. You still have breath of life. Every brand new day is a gift from God. Right? And living intentionally is the next thing I want to talk about. Be intentional about your goals and your dreams, y'all. Be intentional about them. I want to challenge everybody. If you had a fresh start today, what would you do differently? What would you do? If you had a fresh start today, what would you do? A lot of people would stop wasting their days away at home on the couch, watching TV, watching sitcoms, watching stuff from the past. While you are doing that, y'all, while you are at home on your couch, other people out there living their life, traveling the world, becoming their own boss, opening their own businesses, doing the thing that they are gifted at, and you're sitting at home on the couch, letting your gift rot away. So if you had a fresh start, what would you do differently? All right. So let's get to the next segment, y'all. We got soul reflection in the next segment. I want to invite everybody to think about one fear you'll release this week, one habit you'll leave behind, one person you'll forgive, one new opportunity that you'll say yes to, and one reason you're grateful for today. All right. I'll tell you mine. One fear that I'm going to release this week is the fear of going after my dream of acting. All right. I've been putting it off for so long, because I'm afraid of, I guess, failure. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. Fear of failure, fear of public speaking. I'm an introvert, and that very reason is why I got two radio shows and a podcast because I want to get out of my comfort zone. I want to have better conversations with people, you know, because being an introvert, I sometimes, my social battery dies very quickly. And when that happens, I start giving, I start, holding back a little bit. I start not knowing, I get discombobulated and I, you know, uh, don't know what to say a lot of times. I don't know how to carry a conversation once my social battery runs out. Once that runs out, I need to go home, be by myself, be at peace, and recharge my social battery also that I can be sociable and actually have a conversation with people. That's just the introvert in me. All you introverts out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The recharge, oh my God, is so important. It's very important. And extroverts, you just wouldn't understand. Because extroverts can have a conversation with everybody 24/7, all day, every day, and not miss a beat. But me, oh my God. Mm, 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 mm. And if you notice, you'll know when my social battery is completely depleted because I stop responding. I uh, give you one word answers, and yeah, and I just laugh a lot. I laugh to, and I don't respond to the conversation because I want it to end. But some people don't pick up on that, and they continue to try to have a conversation with me and wonder why it's going nowhere because my social battery ran out, and I need to go home. I need to recharge and be by myself, and not continue this conversation that is at this point draining me. You're draining me. You're sucking all the energy out of me because I'm trying to sit here and formulate what I should respond to you with. you know. So yeah, I can't run off an empty battery. Your phone doesn't run off an empty battery. What does your phone do when the battery is low? It dies. All right. So what do you to do? What do you do when your phone dies? You go recharge it so you can use it again. It's the same thing as an introvert. We are like phones. When that battery dies, we need to go recharge. So that's one fear I'm trying to release this week, and that is fear of um, chasing my dreams. This upcoming Saturday, I know Sunday, I am going to start acting classes. So I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. I want to go after the thing that's been eating at me for years and years and years. And yeah, you know, and also pray that me having two radio shows and a podcast opens opportunities for acting and many more opportunities that I never thought imagined. One habit that I'll leave behind. Oh wow. Um, one habit that I'll leave behind. Trying to think. I guess I'm trying to leave behind. Like I said last week, road rage. I get into the habit of having road. I have when I tell you my road rage is so bad, y'all. It's so bad. You know, the slightest inconvenience on the road will piss me off and just ruin my whole ruin my mood. I be cursing people out like a sailor on the road because and listen, Nashville, Tennessee has some of the worst drivers ever, and I stand by that. Right? A lot of people are from out of town. A lot of people are from town, and they just drive terribly. The taxi cabs, the buses, the semis, the SUVs, the sedans, everybody. It doesn't matter what vehicle they have, they are driving terribly out there on the road, on the freeway, the highways, the side streets, the main streets. Everybody's driving terribly. I don't understand how these people got their licenses. I will never forget. One lady said that the driver instructor felt so bad for her that she kept failing the test that he gave her a license anyway, just because he felt bad for her. I said, "What? He gave you a license anyway, and you're out here on the road with the rest of us?" So I believe that's what happened to everybody. And whoever that driver instructor is, you need to be relieved of your job. because you are the reason why these people are out here on the road with us causing havocs. When I tell you there is so many people on the road and their cars are torn up, everybody's riding around here with torn up, broken down cars, smashed cars, because they don't know how to drive. And I feel bad that I have to, me and the rest of us who actually know how to drive, we have to deal with these people on the road because of that driver instructor. I don't know who you are, but you need to be relieved of your duties and you need to retire and you need to go do something else. All right. Uh, one person that I'll forgive, myself. Myself. I forgive myself for not going after acting sooner. I'm 27 and I'm finally going after it, y'all. I've had a lot of start stops, but that probably could mean that I just wasn't ready all those times. But now I feel like I'm ready. And I'm going after it, y'all. I'm going after acting. And you will see me on your TV screens in blockbuster movies and hit TV shows. Maybe I'll be on Broadway. Maybe might have my own talk show. Sometimes you have to speak things into existence. I will have my own talk show. I will be in blockbuster movies and hit TV shows and inspire people, give back to the community, travel, and just have so many amazing, wonderful things, do so many amazing, wonderful things, and then inspire and motivate people along the way. Next, one new opportunity that I'll say yes to. Like I said, so I'm going to be starting acting classes this coming Sunday. So I'm saying yes to that. I'm sitting in for the class to see if they always have people sit in for the class to see if this is what they want to take on. And I believe I'm going to take it on, because it's acting for camera, acting for film. And that's really what I want to do. You know, I had seen study acting, but I never took a class acting in front of a camera. And I'm very excited to do that. I really am. I really am. So I can't wait to start. And I will keep updating you guys on my journey. And one reason that I'm grateful for today, I'm grateful that God continues to wake me up so that I can get my life right, take on the opportunities that He has blessed me with. I can continue to have good times with my family. Thank God. I'm so grateful for a roof over my head, all five of my senses, my limbs, my right mind, family, friends, uh, food to eat, a car to drive. Grateful for the trees, the sun, the clouds, the rain, the snow whenever it snows here in the wintertime. I'm grateful for all four seasons. I'm grateful for all the months. I'm grateful for um there's so many amazing, wonderful things. I'm grateful for the amazing people I've met over my life. I'm grateful for all the blessings that God has bestowed upon me. I'm grateful for every prayer that God has answered for me. I'm just grateful for so many amazing, wonderful things. I'm so grateful that I can talk to God any day, any time about anything. He is my best friend. He is always there for me, and He's always there for you as well. If you just lean on Him and trust in Him, y'all. All right? So, the weekly challenge. I want you guys to write down one thing you're ready to let go of, then write down one new habit, dream, or opportunity you're making room for. Keep it where you'll see it this week as a reminder that every ending can create space for a new beginning. All right? And as we come to the end of today's soul session, remember this: healing isn't about pretending the pain never happened, it's about refusing to let the pain define the rest of your story. Thank you for spending this time with me. If today's conversation spoke to your heart, share this episode with someone who may need encouragement, and be sure to follow Soul Sessions with Benjamin the Great so you never miss a new episode. And I'll leave you with today's closing quote, y'all. Your future deserves more of your energy than your past. Oh, That's so powerful. I'll read it one more time. Your future deserves more energy than your past. Because, like I said, you can't change anything in the past. You can only learn and grow from it. I wish we had a time machine to go change some things, but then again, things happen in your life the way they are supposed to happen for a reason. And God's timing is perfect. He may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. And every prayer that you put out there, y'all, God has a specific date and time when you will receive what you asked for. You just have to have the faith. You have to believe. You have to put in the work. Okay? Because faith without works is dead. Remember that. You can't just pray for things and be sitting on your couch every single day and wait on it to knock on your door. That's not how life works. You have to get up and put in the work and believe and have faith. All right? Keep growing, y'all. Keep believing. Keep choosing peace over fear, purpose over regret, and hope over doubt. All right? Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. And, continue to rock with me, y'all. Continue to rock with me. I'm going to continue to get better. As I continue to do these podcast episodes, I'm going to get better and better. My conversation is going to get better and better. My thought process is going to get better and better. And the way I speak is going to get better and better. Right now, it's the very beginning. And I got to work out some kinks and work out some things. And I hope that you guys will continue to listen and grow with me. Because I'm only getting better by the day. Along with my radio show as well. I'm only getting better as time goes on. As I'm learning, I'm making mistakes, and I'm learning from them. And that's what life is all about. Making mistakes, learning from them, and growing from them. To evolve into the person that you're meant to be, y'all. Alright? So, until next time, thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. And be sure to check out my first episode if you have not already on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Check them out, y'all. All right. And share with your friends and family as well. Anybody who needs encouragement. Anybody who needs a soul session. Benjamin the Great. All right. And I want to remind y'all to protect your peace and embrace your journey and never stop believing that your best days are still ahead. Take care. And I'll see you in our next